Hello, welcome to Late Night Creations. My name is Kendra and I'm glad that you're here because today I'm participating in the monthly Try It Tuesday challenge. It's hosted by SAMMIE at Unicorn Dust Designs. So I'm going to explain a little bit more about that challenge later in the video, but be prepared for some really fun DIYs. Let's get crafting. Okay, this first DIY was inspired by SAMMIE herself, the host of this challenge over at Unicorn Dust Designs. If you don't know about SAMMIE, you need to go over and check out her channel. She does a lot of wood signs and a lot of beautiful DIYs. She has very unique, creative designs and creations that you will not see anywhere else. She inspires me a lot to get up and create. So please go and check her out whenever you get done checking out this video. So we're starting out with some scrap wood. I believe hers was old fencing. This is an old swing set that a storm blew over and I wouldn't let my husband throw it away. And I've been doing a lot of DIYs with this scrap wood. So we're going to do another one with it today. So I just went out with my miter saw and I cut it to the sizes that I wanted, and now I'm just taking some white chalk paint and just dabbing it with an old chippy brush and different size chippy brushes. Well, one's not a chippy brush, but it's kind of an old worn out brush, and just trying to make it look like it's got a little bit of snow on the rooftops. Let me get those words out for you. And this is like the easiest DIY probably in this video. Super easy, but so cute. Then I just barely dry brushed a little over the rest of it. Just pull it all together and did a little bit on the backs just in case you see the back side. So I will be putting this in my craft booth, and so I will be selling it. Then to glue the pieces together, I like to kind of smear it sometimes when the pieces of wood are a little thin so that it doesn't ooze out the edges too much. Put a little bit of hot glue for that quick hold, the wood glue for the long term, heavier duty hold. Now I'm going to mark it right there so that I don't get glue everywhere, which sometimes I still do, even when I mark it. I'm going to spread it around a little bit with my little silicone spatula that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to put a little hot glue on the top. Wherever I don't have the wood glue, I'm going to stick a little hot glue. Then I'm just going to place those two pieces on top of that longer piece. And I'm just going to paint a little door. I do paint on top a little window on that long piece up there. And then I end up putting a wreath over the top of it and you don't even see it anyway. So you do it how you like it. Whatever you prefer. If you don't want to put a wreath on it, then paint you a window up there. I could have left the wreath off, but I just wanted to add that little pop of color up there to mine. So here I go with the wreath. So I bought this garland at probably Hobby Lobby or somewhere like that when it was on half price. And I've been using this to cut these little pieces off to use for almost like little floral picks or to make little wreaths or just to add embellishments for a couple of years. I'm just going to trim down this little wreath a little bit. Inside, outside, it makes a big mess, but it's worth it because they look so cute. And then I'm just going to stick that up on the top. And it takes quite a bit of glue to actually get that to stick down. Little teeny tiny simple twine bow. And there's your reminder to go hit the thumbs up right now so you don't forget. And then I'm going to put some of those little berries that just, they fell off some of those picks from Dollar Tree. And we're not going to worry about that white foam showing because we're going to just dab a little paint on there and they'll look good as new. But you have to be careful with that hot glue because it will melt that styrofoam. So here I'm just taking some little red paint and just dabbing it on that white part. And voila! Then I'm going to put my wood glue and hot glue on the bottom of this and put it on that solid piece that we cut for our stand. Press it down on there good, and here is the finished product. I'm so in love with this. Okay, try it Tuesday. Here's the deets, people. It's we create DIYs inspired by another creator. We make it our own. It's the last Tuesday of every month, and we link the original creator's channel in the description box, along with the entire playlist in the description box, so you can check out all the other amazing creators that are participating. Now, this next DIY was inspired by Wendy at White Sparrow Living. She is such a beautiful person, inside and out. I've been watching her and Sammy both I've been watching for probably, I don't know, a long time, several years. And White Sparrow Living, Luke 12:6, she does beautiful, beautiful creations. So I was inspired by her to do these long, tall churches. I believe hers were made from Dollar Tree signs, and hers seemed to be maybe either a little taller than mine, or she made her rooftops steeper than mine. But this is old. I don't know that this is old. This is scrap wood. My sister-in-law found it on the side of the road, on the curb in her neighborhood, and texted me and said, "Do you want this?" And I said, "Of course I do." And so she got it for me. So thank you, Christy. Shout out to Christy, most awesome sister-in-law in the world. So she got those for me. So you can see I just put a light coat, almost a heavy dry brush of white on two and black on one. And I'm just going to do this simple, tall, skinny door, just like Wendy did. Black on the white and white on the black. The problem with this was that those little grooves in the wood, I don't know if this was some type of planking that someone used for, shiplap or something on their walls, and it was what they had left over. But it's got some grooves in it, so it's a little hard to paint those straight lines. But because I want this to all stay together really good, I did glue the pieces together. I don't even know if I showed that to you. I was too busy talking. I'm going to put some paint star sticks on the back just to hold it together really good. And then I'm going to take these little garland stems. They almost kind of remind me like garland pipe cleaners. I don't know. Okay, I'm silly. But that's kind of what they remind me of. But I'm going to take 3 of them and make little wreaths out of them. And then this little baker's twine that I got, it looks like it came from Target from that label I'm looking at down there. I got those on after Valentine's Day. I got red and black and maybe pink on clearance for like, I don't know, I think I paid 25 cents a spool for them a couple years ago, and I'm still using them. So they also have this at Walmart and sometimes Dollar Tree. So that's what I did with that. Then I had these crosses in my stash. They came from Hobby Lobby. They came a whole lot of them in a package. I had bought them for my Sunday school class to use as a project, and I had some left over. So I'm just going to do 2 black ones, 1 white one, and dry brush them in the opposite color. However much you like, or if you don't want to dry brush them, you want to leave them nice and clean, you can do that too. Okay, here's the 3 metal decor words from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just hot glue them down. I'm using that silicone spatula to keep from burning my fingers, because when that gets hot, it's hot, that metal. Okay, I have these little sawtooth hangers that you just nail in. You don't even have to put a nail in them. They just nail right into the wood, and they work really nice. And so here's my finished product. It's amazing. Okay, here's the next DIY, and this is so cute. And I cannot remember this lady's first name, but she is over, her channel's called Junker Necker, and I watch her a lot because she has really cute DIYs, and she has a cute name, Junker Necker. Just look it up if you don't know what that means. Okay, so this is all wood I had in my stash. I didn't buy any of this. This was just scrap wood I had. Actually, some of it was left over from some renovations at church. They had a pile of scrap wood, and I asked Pastor, could I take it? And he said, absolutely. Please do. Haul it off. So I'm using my little mini miter saw. You saw me showing how little that blade was. Those don't really fit in there, but I just made it work. So, you know, do that at your own risk. Now I'm going in with this. This is some of that StarCraft paint, chalk paint that I'm not super crazy about. I do love the color, and it's the only paint I have in that color. So I'm using it up. I mean, it's okay, but it's just okay. I won't buy it again. I think I've said that on several videos now, but then I'm using is this Fawn? I believe it's Fawn by Waverly, dry brushing that on there. Now I'm going to use some DIY dark wax, which I absolutely love, and I'm going to use this old piece of a t-shirt. I'm just going to rub it on these little planks that I'm using for the roof, and I'm going to do it on all the sides because some of it underneath you might be able to see on the overhang. So I'm doing it front, back, sides, and on all the little pieces. It didn't look as good on these paint star sticks. I almost wish I would have sanded it a little bit because if I ever recreate something like this again, I will definitely sand them because they have almost a little bit of a slick coat on it. Okay, now I'm taking Mod Podge. Sorry, I'm saying okay a lot. Taking Mod Podge, I'm giving it a nice healthy coat. Not too thick, but not too thin. And letting it dry completely. It's completely dry now with the magic of editing. And I bought this paper off Amazon and printed out the what is this called? Sheet music for Oh Holy Night. And when I get done, you can't really tell that the words are really Oh Holy Night too much, but I know it is. So that's what I did. So I'm tracing around my shape, cutting it out with a pair of scissors. Did that for both pieces of that wood. Now I'm going to take my little Cricut mini iron. You can use a regular iron, just don't use steam. Turn the steam off or you're going to ruin your project. This heat reactivates that Mod Podge glue and it works awesome. Then if you have any overhang, you can either take your X-Acto knife and just trim it off, which is really my preference. Unless you want a distressed look, then you can take your sanding block or an emery board and just with a downward motion, you can sand that paper off. Now I'm going to do this same technique we use for everything and glue these little planks to the top of this part of the church. These little planks that I have was some scrap trim that I got from that dumpster dive with my mom behind the cabinet shop. I'm going to show footage of that one of these days, so y'all stay tuned. Keep watching because I'm going to get brave enough to show that. Now, for the doorway, I just took this little craft stick, large craft stick, and used it to trace around so that I had a nice symmetrical shape, because I can't draw that shape very symmetrical. If you can, by all means, draw it on there. But I can't, so I used that. Now I'm just going to glue the small one onto the big one. Oh my goodness, look how cute it looks already. Now I'm taking 2 of these greenery pipe cleaners. Oh my gosh, y'all can laugh at me, it's okay. I laugh at myself. And some little red twine. And glue that on there. If you can't find the red twine anywhere, they have it on Amazon. I'll link that in the description box below. And it's a big, huge roll. I've been using it. Well, I bought it 4th of July. I used it a lot 4th of July in my patriotic videos. And I've just been using it. Not sure why I was waving that around in the air like I really did care, but I was. So I think this turned out really cute, and I want to thank my friend over at Junker Necker for the inspiration. Okay, here's my next Christmas DIYs. These last two were inspired by SAMMIE. Oh, I didn't show you. Maybe I did. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. These last two were both inspired by SAMMIE over at Unicorn Dust Designs, and she made some ornaments. You saw them in that picture with some spindles. And so my next video is going to be an awesome video made with a bunch of spindles that I've been saving and collecting. So you do not want to miss the next video that I'm going to post. So this was one of them that I had. So I painted it with some black chalk paint, and then I have this gold, I think it's called gilding polish. You can use the DIY gold wax, something that, I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but that's what SAMMIE used on hers, and it was beautiful as well. I think this is just absolutely beautiful. I got this on Amazon. I'm not even sure what the price was. I'm usually pretty frugal in what I buy. I shop for the best price. But if I really want something, I just buy it because I know it's going to last a long time and I'm going to use it sparingly. So I drilled a little hole in the top of this and put a little eyelet screw in there to make a hanger, and then I'm trying to choose what ribbon I want to use, and this is what I decided to do, to use this little gold ribbon to kind of go with that gold wax that I put on there, or polish, and I just made a little loop. Then I'm going to flip that loop down to that, you see what I did? I put it down on the bottom so you can't see it, and then I'm going to glue that little simple bow to, did I glue it already? Yes, I did. Oh, that was quick. I glue it all together so it stays like that. So you can hang it on the tree or whatever. You could put some words on it or spruce it up even a little more. Okay, these were absolutely gorgeous. Y'all, she did these with some spindles, but I have some little teeny tiny spindles. That these were just pieces that I had cut off and left over, and I knew I was going to save them for something. And so I had little tiny bottle brush trees. I didn't have any big bottle brush trees. So I just picked these little spindles, and these are going to be so cute. Wait until you see them in the end. So I just used this red paint. I think this is some of that StarCraft paint as well. I just used it. And I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I wanted the dark in the crevices. This is the DIY wax. So bear with me here. I tried to put dark in the crevices, and then I wanted white on the rounded parts. So it looked dark and then light. But with the DIY wax, it really makes the color of your paint lighter. It doesn't just add accents. So I tried a little bit of that first, and I didn't really like how it looked, so I ended up dry brushing. And because I didn't want this video to be an hour long, I cut a lot of that out, but I did show you this. Like, see how I tried to do that, and it almost turned it pink. And then I tried some clear wax to lighten it up, and I didn't like how it looked if I just left it, because I thought, well, I'll just leave it on there. I didn't really like that either. I don't think I showed you the clear wax. I think that's the part I edited out. I kept thinking if I wiped it. No, here's the clear wax. How about the clear wax on? Thinking I can... Yeah, so anyway, I ended up just getting a little fan brush and doing just a little dry brushing on there. I ended up loving the way that looked. That was the look I was going for in the first place. But you have to try different things to know what's, you know, if you like it or not, what it's going to look like. You don't know unless you try. So, drilled little holes in there and stuck those little trees in there, and I think these are so cute. They would be cute on a tier tray or just as a little extra added accent in your vignettes.
Okay, y'all, that's it for this video. I hope that you really enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget the thumbs up. I sound like a broken record, but I need those thumbs up, so give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit it, and remember to be still and know that He is God.